have a big secret. I'm not using VS Code. As a developer who enjoys using JetBrains IDE, switching to another code editor is the second hardest thing in the universe. The hardest thing is to exit Vim. However, there's a code editor which is in a big hype lately. That code editor really made me switch from a JetBrains editor to a new one. The name's Cursor. I already talked about Cursor in my last video and also added some critical thoughts on from the idea to the production application in only 20 minutes stuff. Nevertheless, Cursor really blew my mind and it happens to be a real game changer, especially when it comes to integrating AI in your development flow. We will discover my top features to make the most out of your developer experience with Cursor. Make sure to stick around because we will reveal how you can use Cursor without paying any subscription fees, what you need to do to really enable privacy mode on your codebase, and even a hidden feature that will change the way you develop from the ground up. Hi, my name is Ayhan, I'm a freelance software engineer in Germany and I make videos about tech, AI and building in public. If you don't subscribe now, I will pet your dog without consent. So the first and most important one is to customize your Cursor IDE to fit to your coding style in perfect shape. For this, we will go to Settings. There's a section called Rules for AI with a text area below. You can give instructions to your coding assistant which will be respected for all future changes, like it is for me because I hate semicolons and I prefer single quotes rather than double quotes. But don't worry, you don't have to be a prompt engineer to make this possible. There's already a library of rule instructions at Cursor directory where you can find various templates. My advice is to use them, either as inspiration, foundation, or as your rule set if it fits your needs. You could just go and copy it, open your Cursor IDE, and paste it in here. Done. In my experience, Cursor was really good in modifying existing files, but creating new ones is not one of its strengths. For instance, in here we want to create a component that pops up when you're trying to leave the site. The chat will now try to apply this to feature TS, but when clicking on apply and continue, we see that nothing happens. We can accept it, but there's no change at all, so that obviously didn't work. What will work though is to create a new file and use the inline AI to generate the code you want to have in this file. Like here, we want to create an endpoint to fetch users. Probably one of the most powerful features of Cursor is AI Fix in Chat. You hover over a problem in your code, you see what's wrong, you click on AI Fix in Chat and you'll get the recommendation how to fix it right away. We can try it here, the error is of type unknown, AI Fix in Chat, apply it. Argument of type table name undefined is not assignable to this one, AI Fix in Chat. Apply it, and we're done. What's been an awesome feature for me personally is to make the AI generate comments that explains UI code to me. I am more of a backend dev and sometimes I don't understand the generated Tailwind classes immediately. What I do to circumvent this is to select the code I don't understand and ask Cursor to explain it to me in comments. There are no limits. You can generate code configs and even chat inside the terminal with Cursor. Like here, I want npm scripts to package my application into an AWS Lambda function and deploy it to my account. And we get the seed, we get the package and even a command to deploy it onto my account. Also, whenever the generated code doesn't fully fit your demands, don't be too shy to insert a follow-up question. You can refine based on the former prompt and the generated code. I promised you to show you what you need to do to really enable privacy mode for your codebase. The first and obvious thing is to go to Settings and set privacy mode to enabled. But there's more. Privacy mode simply doesn't store the code at Cursor's data centers. However, every prompt you make while you're working with Cursor sends code to the respective AI chatbot. That is, your code does leave your local machine. To make sure that you have full control over what will be private to your codebase, you should go to Settings, Features and scroll down to the section Codebase Indexing. Here you will find a little almost hidden field Ignored Files. Click on it to open the dot file Cursor Ignore. Here you can exclude your environment files or other ones that may contain sensitive data or API secrets. You will also find the Cursor Ignore in the project root and you can add new files to ignore at any time. There's a way to use Cursor without paying the $20 per month subscription fees. And that is by providing your very own API key for the AI assistants you want to use. You could do that for OpenAI, Anthropic, Google AI and Azure AI. Of course, it will cost you a pay-as-you-go amount of money to use it this way, but it really depends on how frequent you use the AI, if it will be slightly more than $20 per month or even just a few bucks. And last but not least, the killer feature of Cursor in my opinion. Before I was selecting code and asking in chat if there could be any potential bugs for this. But there's a better way. Just go to Cursor Settings, Better, and down here we have AI Review. And this will use GPT-4 to scan your current Git diff or PR for bugs and potential vulnerabilities. Just enable this one, reload the window, and we can find a new section right next to the chat that is called Review. We will type our review instructions in here. The assistant will now analyze your codebase and give you a detailed sectionized personalized review of your codebase based on the changes you made in the current Git diff. It can find issues like bypass user login check, unauthorized access, return type mismatch, uninitialized state access, asynchronous state updates, and many more. I'll make it short. Enable full privacy, check out the code review beta, and don't be too lazy to create your own files. The rest should be opinion based. Don't forget to subscribe, you know what happens if you don't. See you in the next one.